All this anticipation over Zimbabwe's historic elections, but still no payoff. The declared victor, incumbent Emmerson Mnangagwa, who took over from Mugabe in November, still has not been inaugurated 2 weeks after the vote. Mnangagwa waits in limbo as the opposition Movement for Democratic Change Alliance challenges his narrow 50.8% win. They say MDC presidential candidate Nelson Chamisa, who officially got 44% of the vote, was the actual winner of the poll.
He is seeking a declaration to the effect that the presidential election was not properly conducted. It was not conducted in terms of the Constitution. It was not conducted in terms of the Electoral Act. It was not conducted in terms of standards of fairness, transparency, and accountability.
Under Robert Mugabe, the outcome of every poll was predictable. Over his decades of rule, Mugabe was accused, often and credibly, of vote rigging and intimidating voters. But for the first time in decades, even analysts say they are not quite sure how this will end.
It's a very precarious, situation, sort of like hanging over a cliff. Not very dangerously, but somehow dangerously, I think, and that's because of the uncertainty surrounding what will happen once the Constitutional Court has given its verdict.
What analysts say needs to happen is unlikely. Two men from different generations, different temperaments, and different ends of the political spectrum need to come together. Politically,
it is important for whoever wins to take in or bring in the other one on board. They may not want to do it, but there has to be some form of appeasement that would appeal to the general electorate and to the voters or the public that supports the loser.
Opposition supporters protested after the poll, saying the results were taking too long. 6 protesters were shot dead by security forces. Analysts hope Zimbabwe can move forward.
I said far in advance of the November 17 coup that this would be an election that wouldn't count. 2023 would count because the younger generation, which cut their teeth in the 2000s against the regime, are now gaining maturity, having experience, and if they can maintain a hold over the MDC and perhaps other opposition parties that might emerge, we will see a much different election.
But for now, right now, that may be cold comfort for this very divided nation. Anita, Powell, VOA News, Johannesburg.